Hello everyone, welcome to another video of the Learning Rust series. My name is Rupam. In the previous video, we talked about how to install Rust and its toolchain, which includes RustUp, Cargo and RustC. In this video, we will try to use them. I'm using Visual Studio Code as the editor. You can use any editor you like for Rust. You can also use play.rustlang.org to run Rust program. First, to check whether all the three components are installed in the system, we can open terminal in VS Code and check their versions. Let's see RustUp first. To check the version, we need to write rustup -- version. For me, the RustUp version is 1.28.2. It is also saying that this version is for RustUp Toolchain Manager, not the RustC compiler. So if we want to see the RustC compiler, we need to type rustc -- version. Again, the rustc version is 1.88.0. Similarly, for Cargo, if we want to check, we can type the same thing. Also note, you can check the version with the shorthand version as well. Cargo -V. Now that we know we have RustUp and rustc installed correctly along with Cargo as well, so let's try out different commands. If we want to update any installed toolchain, we just type in rustup update. For me, it is updated, so it's not downloading anything. But in your case, if anything is not up to date, it will try to update it. If you want to update the rustup itself, you can type in rustup self update. If you want to see what are the active toolchain that is being used, you can type in rustup show. You can see we have stable version installed for the toolchain. We can install beta or nightly versions as well. If you want to install the beta version, we can type in rustup install beta. It will download the beta version. Now that we have the beta version installed, we can again check rustup show. Now you can see we have both stable and beta versions installed in the toolchain. You might be thinking, what is this stable, beta and nightly versions? Stable is basically the released version. Beta is something which is about to be released, you can say. Nightly is the most cutting edge version of the Rust program which gets updated daily. It's kind of experimental. If you want, you can also make beta version as your compiler. You just need to write the command rustup default beta. Oops. I added a space. Now if you try rustup show, you can see beta to be the default one. To create a new project, you use Cargo. As you know, Cargo is the package manager. To create a new project, you type the command cargo new my project. So you can see the moment I hit enter, we have my project created here with some files in it. You can also use cargo init to create all these things in the current folder itself. Let's delete this project for now. Now if you write cargo init, the same things gets created in the current folder itself. Let's now see what are the files created. We have the git ignore, which we already know. This is not something related to Rust. The other two files which are created are cargo.toml file and main.rs file inside src folder. Main.rs is the entry point of this project. Again, this file contains the main function, which is the entry point. Cargo.toml is the configuration file. Here package denotes the metadata of the project. The version is in as usual format. The first is the major, then minor, and then the patch. You have the edition as 2024. This is the dependencies section. Whenever we add a crate, it gets added here. To add a crate, we write the command cargo add. Let's try Serde. The moment we added the package, we see the dependencies updated here, and also we got the cargo.log file as well. To remove the crate, we just type in cargo rm and the package name. Now the dependency is removed. To update the dependencies, we use the command cargo update. Right now, since we don't have any crates added, there is no updates. If you want to see the dependency tree, you want to write cargo tree. Now let's try to compile the code. To compile the code, we need to write cargo build. You can see the log here. The dev profile is created inside target. Here also you can see the target folder is created, and if you expand it, you can see the debug. Let's try to run the program. If we open main.rs file, we can see the main function, and we can see the hello world to be printed in the console. To run this program, we write cargo run. And you can see hello world is printed. So if you think every time you run the project, you see all these logs appearing, if you don't want these to happen, you just need to run the command in quiet mode. Cargo run -q. Also we can run cargo clean. You can see the target folder gets deleted. In the previous video, if you remember, we talked about Rust C as well. So Rust C is the compiler, and cargo also compiles and runs the program. If you want to run the program using Rust C, first you need to compile it. We compiled the single file main.rs. The moment we run this command, you can see we have main.exe gets created. Now if you want to run the program, you just type main.exe and it ran. So this is running your hello world for the first time. So we learned to run the program using cargo run as well as Rust C. There is one more thing that I need to show you. We have seen that the main.rs file is the entry point of our project, and this file contains the main function. What if we have another file which contains another main function? In that case, we'll have two main functions to execute. But project cannot have two entry points, right? So how will the compiler know which main function will be the entry point when we execute through cargo run command? First, let's create another file. Let's name it code.rs. I'm copying the existing main function. Let's change something so that we know which main function is executing. Now we have two main functions, but in this case, if we run the command cargo run, it will be able to execute it properly. To denote we have another binary file, we need to edit the cargo.toml file. Now that we have added another binary file, if we try to run the cargo run command now, you can see it is throwing an error. It says that could not determine which binary to run. So now the compiler is confused which main function will be the entry point. It is also mentioning that use the --bin option to specify a binary. In this situation, to run a specific binary, we need to run the command cargo run --bin learning rust. So learning rust was the name of the main binary file. To run the code.rs file, we run cargo run --bin code. You can see the output. It shows hello rust as we have edited in the code.rs file. So this way, if we have two main functions in the same project, we can execute a specific one.